It's currently Monday night, and I'm in Florida right now. Um, so it's a little later than usual, but I gotta talk about getting to Florida. Today we're gonna be talking about the travel day here. And listen, man, if you don't make a change, then let me just give you a vision of what the trajectory you're on is going to lead you to. I got to the airport today. Normal person things, walking around, finding a seat, go to the bathroom, do whatever, get some water. I go to my terminal. I bought pre-boarding today because I had to make sure that my items got on board no problem. Anyway, I'm standing by the line for pre-boarding. So it's like not really too crowded, but this is also where I found out the wheelchairs go. So as people from the last flight started getting off, the wheelchair started piling up next to me. So I was like, all right, I gotta move. So I moved a little bit, and then I thought they were done, and then they rolled out this one lady, and it was a very overweight woman. And I had my headphones on, so I wasn't really paying attention or doing anything, listening that much. But it was pretty obvious that she was like yelling at the people, talking to her like, "You need to get this for me. Like, you need to help me with this. I can't stand up, this and that, or whatever." And I was like, man. And as soon as that happened, I knew I would be telling you guys about this because I know every single one of you who have ever been on an airplane have seen that before. And I know some of you are like, "No, man, like I don't want to be like that." But some of you are on the way to become like that. So don't. What was my last video yesterday? Who is stopping you? It's you. You are the only person that can decide your future. If you whether or not you become that ripped jack dude on the beach in the summertime and you're chilling, you're comfortable, you're athletic, you can do whatever you want, you can move however you want, you're energized, you're fast, you're mobile, or you can be the person that needs a wheelchair everywhere they go because they're so overweight. They're so fat. Like, choose your reality, choose your future. So anyway, we get on this flight. I am on pre-boarding, so I actually got on the flight like first, or I was actually the second group of people. There was a family in front of me, so I got on my seat, and then this lady, who was on the last flight seemingly, is getting back on this flight. I don't really know what happened there, but I saw her get on. I was like, oh, she's getting on this flight. And then she's walking, but she's like almost limping, is because she's so off balance. She can't like stand up straight. She can't walk straight. She's walking super slow. She has this mean face on her because she's clearly like in pain and she's upset. Not like, I mean, if I was in her situation, I wouldn't be very happy either. So can you blame her? But she was sitting down a couple rows in front of me. Not as you know, it was no big deal. I just had my headphones on, and then the flight attendant was like kind of having a difficult time trying to get her situated. And then I read their lips when I heard the flight attendant say, she looked at the back of the plane and was like, "We need a seatbelt extension." I mean, that's your reality. I mean, you've heard the stories about people that need two seats on an airplane. Do you want to be like that? Those people also likely are in wheelchairs. Going everywhere in wheelchairs, can't even walk. If you're trying to get 10,000 steps a day, you can't even do that if you can't walk, bro. Like, come on. So then I was like, yeah, pay no mind to it. I do whatever. Then I ended up switching seats with this one dude. It didn't matter. Switch seats with him. So now I'm near the front of the plane. Well, as we're getting off, I'm seeing this lady walk off the plane because now I'm in front. And previously she was in front of me, but now I'm near the front of the plane anyway. So I'm staying behind because I got to get my stuff that's still at the other seat that I put overhead because it was super full, so I couldn't move my stuff. So I see everyone getting off, like I'm waiting for the dude who I was in contact with, like, yo, I need my stuff back. He was like, it's chill. So then it gets to this lady who's walking off the plane. She's holding up the line. She had a hat on, and her hat was falling off of her head, and she was having a hard time getting it back on her head. And she was stumbling. She was grabbing onto every chair because she couldn't stand up on her own. Like, that's how bad it is. And I was like, man, I feel sorry for her. All you gotta do is just pray for people like that, and pray for people that are on that on their way to that reality to get a grip. So then I was like, all right, I got my stuff. I started walking out. I walked all the way out of the gate. I walked all the way to the ground transportation, and I texted my ride. And I was literally standing there for like 10 minutes, like no joke, 10 minutes. I was watching a YouTube video on some stuff, and my ride texted me like, all right, what gate are you at, or what arrival door are you at? So I texted him. Then I walked outside, 10, 15 minutes into the whole process. I looked to my left, and guess who I saw? The wheelchair lady. It took her 10 to 15 minutes to go from the gate to the arrivals, like the pickup. Bro, I mean, can you believe that? Like, do you want that to be you? You literally can't even get yourself up from point A to point B. And right now you're lacking the motivation to go to the gym. You're lacking the motivation to get 10,000 steps a day. You're lacking the motivation to even wake up at a reasonable time in the morning. Like, dude, get a grip. I'm reading this book right now, talking about time management. And the chapter that I read on the plane was actually talking about how seemingly we have so much time, and the more things that we do, we try to cram into the limited time we have. And it's almost like this, illusion of, if we feel like we're getting more stuff done, we feel like we're saving time. But the more we get done, the more we pile on top of. Well, the point of this chapter was, your time here isn't even guaranteed. Your time here tomorrow, today, the rest of today is not guaranteed. And the saying of live today like it's your last day, it's not even that, because you have to live this moment like it's the last moment. And to think that some of you guys are on the path to taking 15 minutes to not even walk, wheel from your gate to the arrival section of an airport. And then, dude, I literally cannot make this up. I was like, I was shocked for a minute, because when they were trying to wheel her out of the sliding door to get outside, from inside to outside of the airport, the person who was wheeling them was like pushing her over, and she couldn't get over the little hump. Pushing her over, couldn't get over the hump. Then the lady came around that was helping, the overweight woman, and was like looking under the wheelchair to see if there's anything stuck. She moved her suitcase, like had to pick this lady's suit, not old lady, this overweight lady, suitcase up and put it on her lap, and then pushed her over, and then it didn't work. So they realized, okay, can you just stand up? They told, like, she got the lady, I was watching this whole thing like 10, 15 feet away. Told the fat lady to stand up out of the wheelchair. I'm sorry. It's not funny. I genuinely got scared, because she stood up, she was fine, and then she was like trying to look, because she had her hat on, and she was like trying to see under the hat. She had a, really unpleasant face on, like she was not having it. I wouldn't be either. She got up, and she looked around, and then she took a couple steps, and then she almost fell over. If there hadn't been like those concrete pillars in front to prevent cars from driving into the building, if those weren't there, she would have fallen over. Someone started screaming because they were watching it happen. They're like, oh, like, don't fall over. Bro, so overweight, she can't stand up straight, can't keep her balance, let alone walk, let alone do anything. Like, dude, these decisions you're making have implications further than you think. Go outside while you still can. You are not guaranteed any time at all. The least you could do is prepare yourself to live the moments in your life that you might get in the future. And by doing that, you can take care of yourself now, your body now, your mind now. Take care of yourself. Do right. Respect yourself, man. And respect God for putting you on this earth. Do something with what He's given you. And doing something can mean so many different things for all you guys watching. It doesn't have to be being a billionaire or starting a revolutionary company. You don't have to build the next SpaceX. You don't have to, go to Mars. You don't have to, discover new galaxies. But the other end of that spectrum is not even being able to stand up because you're so overweight. Not being able to walk because you just can't move your legs like that. You can't balance yourself. Don't do that. Don't stoop that low. Your standards are higher. Who's stopping you? You are. You're stopping yourself. Pray for that woman that I saw today, you guys, because I will be. And everyone else so many other people that are in those shoes, you know. And if you wake up, if you woke up this morning and you're severely overweight and you're watching this video, just know that your reality is in your hands, dude. You make your own decisions. You can watch other videos on my page. I'm gonna have some more value content, like how am I transforming my life through fitness. Check out my Instagram. There's gonna be a link in the description. Tons of more content like this. I hope this is encouraging you guys as much as it is a wake-up call for some of you. Don't let that be you.